welcome back. Episode number 6 of the 2wancast. Number 6. I'm here with one of my good friends, fellow bandmate, amazing guitarist, my boy Andrii. What up, bro? How do you actually say your name, bro? How do you say it?
So the way I explain it to the ladies when they ask me, I'll be like, my name is Andrii.
Andrii.
But you roll the R like a tiger.
Andrii.
Yeah. So you say like Andrii.
Yeah, I've been calling you Andrii this whole time. Me and you went to the beach today.
Yeah.
That was good, bro. It was good vibes.
Much needed.
Yeah, it was good to like, I don't know, do something outside of like making music, you know, because we spend so much time doing that.
Yeah, that's why like I noticed with like working with artists that like before playing music or after, I like to talk about something. I like to listen to their music or show my music and stuff, and you know, just like distract from the music, you know, like from creating, from the process, so it's not feeling that mechanical.
Yeah, that's kind of how we did Day to Appreciate. It was like that. We was just over there chilling, and then we started writing it.
Yeah, so we had a song called Day to Appreciate. It's for a crowd.
Yeah.
To the crowd right now.
Sorry about the helicopter, bro. Great time.
So I had this like song, and I knew that I gotta collaborate with Jared. So we started a session, and I just felt like it's missing something. And then we just like started to improvise, and instantly it just like changed to something else that was really cool and something that felt really, really right in the moment.
Yeah, bro. Do you feel like that's usually the process when you make stuff?
Yeah, I feel like creating music needs those moments when you do something wrong and it ends up sounding really cool, and then you like act like, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be, but you were like, what the heck just happened? It wasn't planned, but it just sounds so good now.
Yeah, it's almost like sometimes you take these like educated guesses, but like when they work out, it's very like satisfying, especially when you're making music with people and like you guys both feel it at like the same time. So those are like those great moments, you know.
Yeah, that's how Day to Appreciate, which is coming out real soon.
Coming out real soon.
Hopefully.
Sooner than you know it.
Yeah, I have like the demo ready, so it's coming real soon.
You just got to do like the mixing at this point, right?
Yeah. And I gotta record some more stuff, a couple more layers.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna be finish line.
Are you looking forward to the mixing process?
Yes, very much, very much.
Yeah.
I just feel like it doesn't take a long time to mix the song, but I gotta get all my focus together and find this time and do it in one, you know, session. Because from experience, when I try to like expand it to more sessions, I'm like losing that grip. So it's gotta be a certain time and place and focus.
Yeah, you feel like if you don't do it that way, you'll kind of lose the momentum of it?
There's a chance of doing it. And I would like to make sure that when I try to do it, I give all of me. So when I know that I give all of me, even if I can't make it in one session, I know that I did, you know, what I could. And in that case, I'm pretty sure even the second session would be bad. But if I feel like I'm slacking, I was like watching my phone, Instagram, this and that, I would be a little frustrated.
Yeah. How long have you been playing guitar for, bro?
Oh, dude, it's been like more than a dozen years, like
really?
14, 15, something like that. It's hard to remember now.
Yeah. Was it always like I know when you came here, you started playing in this, like in church. But when you were in the Ukraine, did you play in church then?
Oh, I play air guitar.
Yeah.
I was like killing it next to the mirror, like, oh. And I was playing all the right notes, so it was surprised.
Yeah, you were hitting it.
Yeah, every single note was right note.
Of course, you can't get any wrong notes in air guitar, man. Yeah, everybody shreds.
Yeah, and that was a fun thing that I was like listening to like guitar music, and I was thinking like I never held the guitar in my hand, so I thought that you can hit the strings only this way, and if you hit it this way, it won't work. So every time I was trying to play air guitar, I was like, you know, like this, because I didn't know you can just do it this way, you know.
Yeah, I thought that too. You're just like going up and over and over, and then you realize like, oh, I could just stroke it up.
Yeah, I never held guitar in my hand, so I was thinking, so it's like a piece of metal, right? So if I do it this way, like, it won't change, like nothing will change, it will still be the metal. So I'll be like, oh, yeah, I'm wondering what would it feel like. Then I got my first guitar, like I was saving some lunch money, and then my parents helped me a little bit too. And boom, got the first guitar.
Yeah.
It was a really exciting moment.
You started taking lessons or just learning on your own?
No, I was like listening to Jimi Hendrix back then, so Little Wing, Castles Made of Sand. That was the songs that and Hear My Train Coming. That's like a blues acoustic song that was just like, so I didn't speak no English. I didn't know what he was singing about. I just felt like that was something cool. Like back then, especially in the beginning, I didn't took no lessons, but those Jimi Hendrix songs. That was my motivation, my engine.
Yeah. So then how did you end up finding all this gospel music, bro?
I don't know. Oh yeah, there was this band called Millien. It's like singers from Ukraine, and the band is kind of like Russian. But they were the first ones who were doing, so like little the band. So they were breakdancers.
Okay.
And you know, Soviet Union, you cannot leave the Soviet Union. It's like a metal fans. You don't leave that place. Then it's breaking up, and those dudes who were breakdancing, that people usually don't do in that place. They were like going to the touring in Berlin, in Europe, just exchanging the cultures and stuff.
Yeah.
And they heard all the influences like jazz and reggae and everything, like all that cool stuff. And they returned and they started to play this acid jazz, like this amazing music, right? And they were the first band who made me was like wondering, like, what is that? Like, it sounds so good. I was like, I didn't know what was the genre of that thing. I didn't know, like, how can you find something similar? Because back then there was on Spotify with like recommendations and similar artists. So it left me like guessing for a little bit. And then I started to listen to some D'Angelo stuff, to some hip hop, the 50 Cent, like the 2000 hip hop, 2000 soul, like Usher and all that. It just, got me introduced to this R&B and rap thing, and like a little bit jazzy too. And I think about that music, it all comes from one root, from blues. So no matter where, on which branch you listen to that music, you still feel a connection to the rest of it. So it was kind of smooth. Once I was listening to one thing, I was listening to a bunch of things.
And now you're playing in a church, which is sick. It's like...
Yeah, playing in church, playing with amazing people, and just living my life.
Yeah. It's cool, man, because like, that's a lot of different musical experience you're getting. Like, you get to go to church, you play the gospel music, and then like, you make your own music on the side, and then you play with like a bunch of different bands and artists, so it's like, you're almost getting a taste of like all these different
and it's kind of cool to listen to the stories behind like the songs. So if I play with somebody, they be telling me a story, how they made the song. It gives me like more connection, more context to it. Sometimes it feels like real, unexpected stories. Like the artist I played with recently, Ashtu, she wrote this song called Paper Heart. So I was like, it's like this song really good. Like I really enjoy like listening and playing it. And she said that she wrote it in the basement where the tornado was like doing the crazy things outside. She was like sitting there, time signature, and it was like something that stayed with me. Like this was written in such a extreme moment, in such a weird moment.
Yeah. Do you feel like understanding where the music comes from, the story behind it, helps you like immerse yourself in it as a musician?
I would say so. Because I'm a very visual person, so if there's a picture behind a song, like something that the artist had on the mind in the moment of creation, it would definitely be helpful for me to understand. Sometimes you can understand it without the words too, so it's like music is a universal thing.
Yeah, it's its own language.
Yeah, it can be visual so much, It's music is music, you know how it is.
Yeah, man. You know me, I'm obsessed with it. Like,
yes, sir.
I think we have that in common. It's just like loving music, appreciating it, wanting to learn more about it.
Yeah. And the cool thing is like we don't have to speak about music all the time. You know?
Yeah, we spend a lot of time just being friends too, which is
Yeah,
cool.
just like
I think
hanging
it's a healthy
out.
balance.
And looking forward for like going on little vacations and stuff like that. You know,
We gotta take a trip, bro.
hell yeah.
That'll be sick. It would be great to go someplace and play too.
Get away from the city. That's
Yeah.
important. Sometimes when I'm going back from like little trips for things like that, I feel
Yeah, that's exactly why we gotta go to New York.
that's the least of the reasons. So whenever I come home after some trips and stuff, and I'm picking up the guitar that I didn't play for at least a couple days, I play it differently. Like I do different music choices and stuff, and I really enjoy the feeling of like missing the guitar and coming back to it and play something different. Because sometimes I find myself like doing similar things.
I get like that too. If I'm making a lot of things like very close to each other, they all kind of will like bleed into each other, and I almost get stuck in a rut. It's like I'm playing the same chords over and over again, like same type of progressions, and then I'll put it down for like a couple of weeks and just like go out and be a person. And you come back, you definitely come back with like almost like a different perspective. Like
Yeah.
you know, you could be looking at the same, like you can open up projects from before and find a way to make that new and fresh too, just because like your mind was away for a little bit.
Yeah, the thing about me is every time I'm making something, most of the time in the moment when it's kind of like ready, I'm like, yeah, it's okay, whatever. And a lot of the times I find myself like putting it back for like a week or two, like forgetting about it, then open it again, and I'd be like, whoa, this thing sounds dope.
Yeah.
So every time when I write something and I don't feel like it's something great, I know myself. Yeah, but put it in the, you know, open it up next week and see what you say.
Yeah. Shout out to the turtle. Sometimes you make something and you give it some time and you listen to it again and you're like, damn, I can't believe I made this.
Like that song Drifting, bro, that I showed you, you were like, let's work on it.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's get into it.
That was like the beat that, it was recorded like before I even knew you. And it's cool like how the beats and like the vibes are similar.
Yeah.
It'd be a really cool collab.
Good match, man. Definitely got to make some more music. I have a lot of like different ideas lately. Like I'm trying to get out of the computer, do more like live instruments, live sounds. I want to get like real strings and like real guitar. And,
Real strings.
Yeah.
Like violins. And,
Yeah.
Ooh,
I want to do it.
that'd be so sick.
I've been stacking my vocals a lot, which is nice, but if I could get some other singers, it'll bring like
a choir. And,
yeah, and everybody has their own texture, their own tone. Like I've been having a thing lately for like different texture voices. So you know, like
Yeah, but you're doing a great job with stacking the vocals. The other day I showed the Day to Appreciate to somebody, and they were like, "Oh, this sounds so gospel-y. This is like so soulful." I was like, "Yeah, that's my boy Gbaby, you know."
Yeah, bro. I love stacking vocals. It comes from the church. Like it comes from growing up, like being in church, listening to choirs. Like I just have a thing for like, you know, you play in the church. Like it's a different type of harmonizing that they do.
Yeah, people just know it. They feel it right here. They can, any song, a lot of the times we'll be singing or playing the songs that we did not rehearse, and MD just know them, and singer will be like calling the song, MD knows it, and we'll be like, we gotta keep up on the spot. And the singers, they just feel it instantly.
Yeah. Do you enjoy that about playing in the church? Just like that freedom to go anywhere?
Yes, that is so authentic, you know, just like when you express love to God, what can be more amazing than expressing it freely without being like, oh, we gotta play it note by note. If we don't, it's gonna be disaster, you know. I think that is the freedom in expressing God. That's what makes it so unique and so authentic.
Yeah, you could tell the people that play in churches, they have, my mom always says, because my mom sings in the church, she always calls it like an anointing.
Yeah.
Like it's just it's a different type of energy, and you know it when you see it.
Yeah, that's probably one of the most said words in my church, like
Yeah,
anointing. Every
right?
service, at least a couple of times I hear the anointing.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's I think it's your mom see it in a way that I see it too.
Yeah. I have to get back to it. I haven't done like church music in a while while playing.
That song that you sent me, the with the badass instrument guitar.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
That's what. Do you remember the name of the song?
It doesn't have a name right now. It's just called because I was gonna use it. I was gonna use it to sing another song over, so it just says like Mama Demo, but like it doesn't really have a name right now.
Yeah, that's gonna be so awesome.
Thank you, bro. I could use some help with it. I'm trying to like figure it. I feel like there's still some things in it to do. It's almost there.
It's always like perfectionism. It's always things to do.
Always.
Even with this EP, I'll be like, I got this, it sounds great, but let me do this, let me record this, and I just like find myself overextending my deadlines and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's okay, I guess.
You know it when it's time. Like you get that feeling when you're like,
Yeah.
it's time to do this.
Like I was planning initially to make it a summer EP, but now
originally it was supposed to be like May or June, right?
initially it's gonna be like middle, like the end of June, like mid July. That was like yeah. But then you you gotta record it, then mix it, and then master it, then give it like 2 to 3 weeks for distribution. And I wish it was as simple as SoundCloud. You just like upload.
Yeah, very easy.
Yeah, but
This way it's like a whole process.
Yeah, it's a whole process, and it's okay.
Yeah, it'll be done when it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
That's like the beauty in it.
but the songs are amazing. Like I like going back in my discography on Spotify, for example, or just my folders, and like I have specific emotions attached to each song. Like something was the source of the song, right? And I just listen to music, and it's like looking on old pictures. You just like know what you've been going through, some memories, some like shots in your head, like some pictures. I've been going through some internal dialogues and stuff.
Any songs that I made that I listen to now, I remember like that time. I remember where I was when I was making especially like what I was going through.
Yeah.
Particularly for some reason, whatever was stressing me. Like whenever I hear something I made, I remember the stress of that time. Because the music in a lot of ways like the escape of it. So like sometimes because of it, it's hard for me to like listen to it. Sometimes like there's certain songs that are from certain times that I don't really want to like, revisit.
Like yes, I feel that.
That's why I skipped that song when it came on in the car. I was like, oh, it's not a time I'm ready for to hear right now. But it's like also part of just being a musician, I guess.
I have this song in the EP, like it's not the final name, it's called Church Vibe, and
I like that one.
yeah, like I love everything about the song. Like the way it came out, it was like after service I was just like noodling, everyone just like chatting and like saying hi and like laughing and just doing like nice warm things. And I'd be like just like noodling really quiet on my guitar, like playing this like chord progression. And then Dick Scott, he just like picked it up on the bass, and then Topet picked it up on drums. And that was such a magical moment. We were just like growing for like 5 minutes, just playing same loop, and everyone was like having fun. Like nothing had to be added to make it like, it was enough. It was like a pocket.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited for that one. It has to me like this very free feel to it. Like not saying like, oh, off the jump, like, oh, this is improvised, like, but you hear it and you just know like everybody that was making it was having a good time making it.
Oh yeah.
It's got feel to it.
And that key part that Eric played in the keys, that was something. Like every time he plays that, like you will hear it in the song later. We'll keep you posted.
Look out.
Yes. Like every time he plays that melody in the keys, it just like gives me the Marvin Gaye feel. It's like I'm not saying that song anywhere close to Marvin Gaye, but it's like that kind of like the energy. It's like it's so universal.
Yeah.
And Tope on the drums, he just like when we recorded that thing in studio, the sound engineer, he was just like
looking like who is this guy, right?
I was like rolling in my chair, Tope was like killing behind in the cage in the booth, and I was just like rolling on my chair, and the guy was like yeah. It was such a good energy, the whole recording process.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking forward to making more records like with the live music. It's because I still enjoy making music, but since we started playing live, like that's now the energy that like I get excited for, and like that's why I want to create. I want to get into a studio with musicians, like for those moments, like they bring. It's fun when you do it by yourself, but like it's a different energy when like you're with folks.
Yeah, definitely.
And you get the like.
I feel like the way I'm making it is kind of a combination of both. Because looking back, my writing process is pretty like established by now. It's like I make this progression, these ideas in my head, the structure, then I bring it to the drummer, to the bass player. They lay the groove, then I add the keys, and it's like I'm making it myself. At the same time, I'm getting all these other beautiful musicians involved who's bringing this energy like layer by layer. And like the compliment I like to hear a lot is when people say like that it sounds like it was recorded in the same studio, while it was not. It was like,
to me it does,
layer by layer, like a cake, like a cheesecake.
Like a cheesecake.
Yeah.
Like a layered cheesecake.
Yeah, really, really, really good cheesecake.
It's got that vibe to it, man. For real, I can't wait to hear it personally, and like.
Yes.
I'm fortunate like that I get to see like the behind the scenes, like like seeing you make it. It's been impressive to watch.
Yeah, since day one when we started working on the song, it was nothing but good. It's like, dude, when I stacked that vocals together, I was like listening back and forth again and again. There's this like second half of the second verse. Oh my god, it's so amazing. There's like this like main vocals, couple harmonies, and there's this like high harmony that the voice is like a little different, and there's also a sample that is like echoed a little bit, so it's like such a warm like space, just like made out of vocals. And I was thinking maybe I should like add keys to the song, this and that. I was like, no, the voice is doing everything that needs to be in this song right now. Like I don't need nothing.
Yeah, it's got so many parts to it.
Like it is amazing the way it is.
I appreciate how much time you take. Like you put a lot of like care into like details, like
bro,
small
I appreciate
details.
how much time you take.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Because I could tell there's like you took your time with it and like did a couple of takes, and every take was amazing in its own way. So I was like really hesitant a lot of the times, like, do I want this or this?
Yeah.
Because it was equally amazing. So I was having a tough choice sometimes.
Yeah, I wanted to like just give you as many like options. I know for me, like when I'm in the producer seat, I want to have as many options to like control. So like, I look at it as like, okay, the more takes I have, the more opportunity it gives you to make decisions.
And especially me, like I'm a guitarist, but I'm also a producer. So sometimes I like sampling things, like reversing things, making sounds out of the other sounds, and I like to play with that kind of thing. So when I have layers, when I have instruments, that is like a playground for me. I'm like sitting there in silence, be like moving things around, like doing crazy ass things with it.
That's part of why I love mixing. Like I love dry stems. Because it's like the piece is almost done. It was already created, and now I just get to do like the final like. Bring it to life. So I love when you just get dry drums, dry guitar, dry bass, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna take this thing and I'm gonna put it into a room now, and I could decide the size of the room. It could be in the hall, it could be in the closet. Like to me, it's like, all right, it's time to make life to this thing now. And like, it's crazy to think that back in the days, like when Jimi Hendrix was recording, he wanted that rotation effect. He was getting the dude who was holding the mic in front of, like the speaker in front of the mic, and be like running around like this, or like, so it can like,
if you want to make a chorus, you just like take one tape, put on top of another take with a little like delay and shift, and it was so complicated back in the days. But now we can decide everything. We can remove the size, how many distortion, what compressor, what tape we use, and everything.
Yeah, there's so many options.
Yeah.
Recently, I've been running my vocals through a Leslie. Like this, the organ speaker? Like it has the fan on it that does like, I've been like running the vocals
Yeah,
through
we're gonna
it.
play me some of that. I want to hear how it sounds.
Yeah, it's like, all right, imagine you sing with vibrato, and then now you're doubling the speed of the vibrato. And then the Leslie has the
It's
switches.
like underwater sound. Something like.
And it has the switches, right? So
Yeah.
it'll be on like the slow one, and it's got like, it sounds almost like a phaser, and then you flick the switch and it goes like, and all of a sudden it goes from like a phaser to like a chorus type of plug-in. Like, I just be flipping them back and forth.
Okay, I see. I can hear that.
Like, yeah, just trying to, do things that I want to do, like just try different things now. I feel like I realized recently there are no rules. So like, if there are no rules, like you might as well do anything. You know?
And there's, I forgot the name of this dude. He's like a really popular producer with this like bird.
Rick Rubin.
Yeah, Rick Rubin. He was talking about the importance of liking the own thing, right? He was like, sometimes people say that, I mean, I like this thing or I don't like this thing, like it doesn't matter as long as it like someone else likes it. And he was like, yo, as a creator, that's all that matters, if you like it or not. Everything else is temporary, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I read his book and I like listened to a lot of things that he says. And he said one thing about as soon as you put the music out, like you've already succeeded. Like the success was coming up with something and seeing it all the way through the finish line, and then allowing yourself to be vulnerable enough to be like, I'm gonna share this now. Like,
yeah, sometimes I find myself thinking like how many songs wasn't released. Like life-changing songs, some hits, songs never released, just disappeared in nowhere.
Yeah, due to just like fear and perfectionism. Sometimes it's easy to like worry about how your music will be perceived. He had another quote, it was, you influence the culture by ignoring the culture.
What does that mean?
I took it as, in today's world, there's so much emphasis and so many people are driven to influence others, and as people, we're naturally opinionated and we want our opinions to be accepted, and in a way it can cause people to almost cater their decision making in order to please others or to achieve some type of social status or claim. And the real victory is identifying yourself, and like, at least for me now, I just want to be one with myself, and the music I make, I want to just come from like the most vulnerable and like original spot that it can. And if somebody else decides to like it, then like, awesome. But like the real goal is like, just like at this point I have my blinders on. I just do what I'm inspired to do. And the only things that really inspire me are like my friends, like my friend musicians. I don't really look out into what is going on in the outside world. Like I'm inspired by like Luke, by you, Will, Rowdy, like, that stuff keeps me going more than anything.
Yeah, man, it's the community, man.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's like, I've been playing in many bands, and what I figure is like, music comes and goes, the artists start playing for different reasons, the personal life situation, this and that. But like relationship, outside of the music stays. That's why I'm not trying to like, only because of music, only music this, only music that, but more like, just hang out, just talk about something, just like what's going on in your life and stuff like that.
Exactly, man. That's what stays after all of this, is the friendships. And that's why I'm glad you came on and
Pleasure having me.
Before we get out of here, bro, you gotta let everybody know where they can find you. Tell them about what you have coming up soon.
All right, so my music name is MDQ. It's like $1 million question. So my Instagram is mdq.music. I got a Spotify, got a YouTube, iTunes, name it. I have some amazing music already on the music pages, and I have some even more amazing music coming out soon. Some awesome features, including Gbaby feature. It's gonna be called A Day to Appreciate. Definitely check it out. And thank you for having me. And peace.
See you in episode 7.
Episode 7.
You're the man, bro. I didn't know. Is MDQ $1 million question?
Yeah.
I did not know that, bro.
I don't know if you should keep it or cut it out. I want it to be a secret and shit.
$1 million question. Bro, that's so hot.